If 365 days worked for you, it probably wasn't subtle romance you were looking for. It was intensity, obsession, that charged push and pull where desire feels risky and emotions spiral fast. Stories like this don't pretend to be gentle. They lean into temptation, power imbalance, emotional miascenses, and relationships that burn hotter than they should. These 10-movie trilogies understand that appeal and deliver it in different shades, from glossy fantasy to raw, impulsive love. The 50 Shades trilogy thrives on control, vulnerability, and the tension between fantasy and reality. What makes it bingeable isn't just the attraction, but the emotional escalation. Each installment raises the stakes, forcing its characters to confront what happens when desire collides with real consequences and long-term commitment. The After series leans heavily into emotional chaos. It's driven by chemistry, conflict, and the addictive cycle of breaking apart and pulling back together. The appeal lies in how openly messy it is. It understands that for some viewers, intensity matters more than perfection, and emotional turbulence is part of the experience. A window softens the tone, but keeps the obsession alive. It's romantic, voyeuristic, and emotionally driven, built around longing and proximity. The trilogy works because it captures that early, consuming phase of attraction where everything feels heightened and impossible to ignore. My Fault from the Culpables trilogy brings a sharper edge. Forbidden attraction, reckless choices, and emotional defiance drive the story forward. Like 365 Days, it plays with danger and desire, keeping the tension alive by constantly pushing boundaries. The Kissing Booth trilogy takes a lighter, more playful route, but the emotional pull is still there. It thrives on loyalty, temptation, and the fear of choosing wrong. It's easy to binge because it taps into comfort, familiarity, and emotional attachment, rather than intensity alone. To All the Boys I've Loved Before offers a gentler alternative while still rewarding long-term emotional investment. The trilogy succeeds because it allows feelings to evolve naturally. The tension is quieter, but the payoff comes from watching characters grow instead of explode. The Princess Switch trilogy shifts into escapist fantasy. It's glossy, charming, and intentionally unrealistic, but that's the point. It offers emotional comfort and romantic fantasy without the weight, making it a perfect counterbalance for heavier stories. Beautiful Disaster thrives on volatility. It leans into attraction that feels dangerous, impulsive, and impossible to walk away from. The appeal lies in how unapologetically intense it is, mirroring the kind of emotional addiction that makes stories like 365 Days so watchable. Gabriel's Inferno slows everything down. It's sensual but restrained, driven by longing, guilt, and emotional tension rather than constant confrontation. The trilogy rewards patience, letting desire simmer instead of explode. Perfect Addiction closes the list with raw intensity. It's fueled by betrayal, obsession, and emotional revenge. What makes it work is how personal the conflict feels, grounding its drama in hurt pride and unresolved attraction. If what drew you to 365 Days was the heat, the obsession, and relationships that feel impossible to look away from, these 10 trilogies offer that same addictive pull in different forms.